recording. Okay, wait. Oh, wait, I forgot to turn up. Wait. Okay, there. Okay. Welcome to the next Hunger Games video. Well, we have a special guest. Last time's winner, Z3.
Hello. Look, Hugh Jackman's there. That's my man. That's my man right there. You can't see it, but I'm zooming in on him.
Okay,
Yeah, you
anyways.
got me.
Today's contestants are Doc, Axel, Colt, Jacob, Leia, Winter, Sticks, Nero, Microwave, Minimum Wage, Yellow Guy, Iberian Peninsula, Alex Brightman, who will win. Also, place your bets on who you think is going to win. Who do you think is going to win, Z3?
My man.
Okay, anyways, a bunch of other people, and our new contestants are Tim Drake, and I don't think anyone who is watching this is going to get the reference, but Red Island. Anyways, proceed. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Alex Brightman runs away from the cornucopia. Leia also runs away from the cornucopia. Harry grabs a sword. Doc takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Fridge clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Sticks finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Exeter runs away from the cornucopia.
Zyder. It's pronounced Zyder.
Zyder runs away from the cornucopia. We'll forget that next time he shows up.
There you go.
Colt runs away from the cornucopia. Axel runs away from the cornucopia. Red Island runs away from the cornucopia. And the Iberian Peninsula does
Why
the
is
exact
everyone
same
running
thing.
away?
Yellow Guy also runs away. Same thing with Tom. Redgrowth grabs a backpack and retreats.
Retreat.
Jacob runs away from the cornucopia. Chico snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Cake Knights runs away from the cornucopia. Michael
Chico's gonna get high.
retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Nero grabs a jar of fishing bait while Oob grabs fishing gear. Winter and Microwave fight for a bag. Winter gives up and retreats. I hate that Microwave won that fight. Hugh Jackman runs away from the cornucopia, and Tim Drake snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Anyways, Boob receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Explosives never get used. Colt overhears Tim Drake and Zyder talking in the distance. Sticks sprains his ankle while running away from Doc. Jacob goes hunting.
That's canon. Sorry,
What?
Sticks running over him. Doc is canon.
Yeah. Red Island, Fridge, and Michael hunt for the tributes. Winter hunts for the tributes. Iberia travels to higher ground. Tom constructs a shack. Cake Knights receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Hugh Jackman hunts for the
Jackman would hunt
tributes.
as Wolverine. He would 100% hunt for other people.
Chico, Alex Brightman, Redgrowth, and Axel raid Nero's camp while he is hunting. Leia
That's sad.
thinks about home, and Microwave overhears Yellow Guy and Harry talking in the distance. There's no deaths. That's surprising. Anyways, Microwave and Leia tell stories about themselves to each other. Alex Brightman, Zyder, and Red Island sleep in shifts. Michael sees an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Winter goes to sleep. Harry looks at the night sky. Sticks thinks about winning. Nero
That's
defeats
also canon.
Fridge in a fight but spares his life. Thank you, Nero. Boob cooks his food before putting his fire out. Tim Drake tracks down and kills Yellow Guy. I think that Axel is a big fan of Tim Drake now. Axel, Jacob, and Cake Knights discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Iberia starts a fire. Chico sets up camp for the night.
I would start a fire.
What?
I would start a fire. I love arson.
Well, you're not here because you won last time. Doc tends to Redgrowth's wounds. Hugh Jackman thinks about home. Tom is unable to start a fire and sleeps out warmth. Colt receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor.
I just want to hug Hugh Jackman.
Red Island constructs a shack. Redgrowth sees smoke rise in the distance but decides not to investigate. Microwave, Jacob, Tim Drake, Colt, and Doc hunt for the tributes. Harry hunts for the tributes. Axel runs away from Nero. Extor and Boob hunt for the tributes. Michael injures himself.
Also canon.
Leia, Cake Knights, Fridge, and Alex Brightman raids Winter's camp while she is hunting. Hugh Jackman makes a slingshot. Tom tries to spear fish with a trident. Six thinks about home. Chico explores the arena. Iberia receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. There's one death and it's Yellow Guy. I hope Microwave. I hope Microwave dies next. Doc
He's
thinks
better.
about home.
Watch Microwave win.
If Microwave wins, then I'm quitting everything. Colt, Fridge, Tim Drake, and Alex Brightman tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Red Island sees a fire but stays hidden. Red Island sees a fire but stays hidden. Axel and Jacob huddle for
You
warmth.
just read that twice.
Red Island sees a fire but stays hidden. Axel and Jacob huddle for warmth. Tom kills Nero with his own weapon. Microwave tends to his wounds. Zyder lets Styx into his shelter. Boob defeats Redgrowth in a fight but spares his life. Winter stays awake all night. Cake Knights catches Chico off guard and kills her. Leia goes to sleep. Iberia receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Hugh Jackman destroys Michael's supplies while he is asleep. Harry stays awake all night.
Take that, Michael. Take that, Michael.
Michael makes a wooden sphere, probably to get some revenge.
No.
Leia
Don't hurt my man.
runs away from Doc. Styx collects fruit from a tree. Fridge tries to spear fish with a trident. Iberia is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Cake Knights scares Zyder off. Harry is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Jacob explores the arena. Ireland sees smoke rise in distance, but decides not to investigate. Didn't Red Island also see the fire but stay hidden last time? Colt catches Tim Drake off guard, killing him. Colt has avenged the Yellow Guy. Winter cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Axo silently snaps Redgrove's neck. Microwave thinks about home. Hugh Jackman, Alex Brightman, and Boob hunt for the tributes. Thomas pricked by thorns while picking berries. Hugh Jackman, Alex Brightman, and Boob hunting for the tributes is canon?
Yes.
Anyways, 5 deaths. This went from like 2 deaths, or like 1 death actually, I think it was just the Yellow Guy, to 5 more deaths. Doc thinks about home. Alex Brightman receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Boob sets up camp for the night. Zyder sees a fire but stays hidden. Microwave tends to Jacob's wounds. Michael defeats Harry in a fight but spares his life. Iberia convinces Fridge to snuggle with her. Axel is unable to start a fire but sleeps without warmth. Tom tends to Cake Knight's wounds. Leia poisons Styx's drink. He drinks it and dies.
Also canon.
Red Island decapitates Colt with a sword. Hugh Jackman starts a fire. Day 4. Cake Knights scares Tom off. Michael fishes. Doc sees smoke rise in the distance but decides not to investigate. Alex Brightman, Hugh Jackman, Axel unsuccessfully ambush Boo, Fridge, and Jacob, who kill them instead. Why? Why couldn't I have died? Why did Alex Brightman have to die? I should have been the one that died there.
Both Hugh Jackman and Alex Brightman died, and Axel, but like, no.
Why Alex Brightman? Alex Brightman has been here since the 2nd episode, and since then I have been wanting him to win, but he never wins. Anyways, Red Island fishes. Leia dies from hypothermia. Zyder travels to higher ground. Harry begs for Microwave to kill him. He refuses, keeping Harry alive. Iberia fishes. 6 more cannon shots. Styx caught Alex Brightman.
No.
Hugh Jackman, Axel, and Leia proceed. Iberia receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Zyder quietly hums. Red Island, Microwave, and Michael sleep in shifts. Either Michael or Red Island, please kill Microwave. Cake Knights, Jacob, and Harry sleep in shifts. Fridge questions his sanity. I've been questioning my sanity for years. Yes, that is canon. Boob receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. And Tom destroys Doc's supplies while he is asleep. I think Tom just destroyed Doc's house and made it fly into the sky.
No.
Again.
Anyways,
Microwave and Harry hunt for the tributes. Harry, please kill Microwave. Boob,
Kill Microwave Harry. We believe in you.
Boob, Jacob, Tom, Iberian Cake Knights also hunt for the tributes. Fridge sets off an explosive, killing Zyder.
No, my
Red,
brother. How dare
Red
you?
Island questions her sanity. Doc sprains his ankle while running away from Michael.
I think he
There's
would be swapped around with that.
what?
I think that Doc would be chasing Michael, and Michael would sprain his ankle, not the other way around.
I think that that one thumbnail from a few videos back was really everyone versus Michael would be what would happen.
Yeah,
Anyways, who is
because
still
he's a
alive?
bully.
Doc is still alive with no kills. Jacob has 3 kills. I did not know he had 3 kills. And I have 4 kills apparently. Anyways, Microwave has no kills. Same thing with Tom has 1 kill. Iberian Peninsula has no kills. Both Michael and Harry have no kills. Cake Knights has 1, Boop has 3, and Red Island has 1.
You have the most.
Yes, I do. Jacob, Michael, and Cake Knight sleep in shifts. Doc, Red Island, and Harry start a fight, but Red Island runs away as Doc kills Harry.
Oh no.
Tom receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Iberia kills Microwave with his own weapon. Iberia.
Let's go,
I want
Iberia.
I was gonna say I want Iberia to win, but I want someone who was here in the first episode to win. I don't care who. Fridge cries himself to sleep. That's the most canon thing I've seen. Boob questions his sanity. The feast.
That's sad, dude.
Fridge decides not to go to the feast. Iberia decides not to go to the feast. Cake Knights takes a staff lean against the cornucopia. Tom decides not to go to the feast. Boob decapitates Jacob with a sword. Red Island decides not to go to the feast. Michael decides not to go to the feast. And Doc bleeds out due to untreated injuries. I think that most of these people made the smart decision not to go to the feast due to the fact that Boob decapitated Jacob.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh
day
no,
6.
Doc's dead.
Red Island sprains her ankle while running away from Tom. How does a country in the middle of the ocean run away?
How does a country play Hunger Games is my question.
Don't ask. Cake Knights, Fridge, and Boop hunt for other
Okay.
tributes. Michael sees smoke rise in the distance, but decides not to investigate, and Iberia goes hunting. Both the Iberian Peninsula and Red Island are still alive. Anyways, Harry, Microwave, Jacob, and Doc are dead.
Haha.
Night 6. Cake Knights thinks about winning. Red Island, Tom, and Iberia discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Michael stabs Boob in the back with a trident, and Fridge
Ouch.
quietly hums. Iberia tries to sleep the entire day. Tom stalks Cake Knight. Red Island camouflages herself in the bushes. You're in the middle of the water. How? Fridge begs for Michael to kill him. He refuses, keeping Fridge alive.
Fredge is crazy. How do you mispronounce your own name?
Don't
I
ask.
can't do that.
Fridge climbs a tree to rest. Cake Knight tries to sing herself to sleep. Tom is unable to start a fire and sleeps out warmth, and Red Island ambushes Michael, killing him, and Iberia receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor.
No.
Cake Knights stalks Iberia. Red Island attempts to climb a tree, but falls on Tom, killing them both, and Fridge dies from an infection. It's just Cake Knights and Iberia.
Damn.
Who do you think will win, Cake Knights or Iberia?
I don't know. I think Iberia.
I think Cake Knights. Cake Knights stabs Iberia while her back is turned, making Cake Knights the winner from District 10. Good job, Cake Knights. Who got the most kills? Was it me? Let me see. Proceed. Me and Boob tied for most kills.
Dang.
Anyways, time for the second simulation. So place your bets on who you think is going to win. I think it's going to be Alex Brightman.
Hugh Jackman.
Proceed.
Mine.
Anyways, Red Ghost runs away from the cornucopia. Styx finds a bag full of explosives. Microwave runs away from the cornucopia. Yellow Guy runs away from the cornucopia. Tim Drake runs away from the cornucopia. Harry bashes Neo's head against a rock several times.
Oh God, Harry, that's violent.
Alex Brightman runs away from the cornucopia. Doc is unable to convince Winter not to kill him.
Oh.
Exodus stays at the cornucopia for resources. Red Island runs away from the cornucopia. Red Island swims away from the cornucopia. Leia runs away from the cornucopia. Boob runs away from the cornucopia. Tom gathers as much food as he can. Iberia runs away from the cornucopia. Axel grabs a sword. Hugh Jackman runs away from the cornucopia. Chico, Cake Knights, and Jacob work together to get as many supplies as possible. Fridge takes a Eichel from inside the cornucopia and kills Eichel for his supplies.
Okay, so the silly thing is that last round, no one died, and then this 3 people died the first.
Yeah.
The
Wait.
first thing. That's crazy.
Wait. Iberia managed to survive the cornucopia in both rounds.
Nice.
That never happens. Styx goes hunting. Leia searches for firewood. Winter chases Tom. Jacob questions his sanity.
Winter's out for blood. Oh my gosh.
Fridge discovers a cave. Axel collects fruit from a tree.
You discover a river, not a cave. That says river.
That says cave. I will edit this to say cave.
That says river.
Zaida steals from Red Island while she isn't looking. Microwave explores the arena. Red Growth collects fruit from a tree. Him Drake dies trying to escape the arena. Colt picks flowers. Yellow Guy attacks Cake Knights, but she manages to escape. Harry travels to higher ground. Boob runs away from Chico. Iberia is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Alex Brightman receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. And Hugh Jackman receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Anyways, 4 deaths in the yellow dock.
So like 4 people died in this round, and then in the last one, no one died the first round.
Anyways, night 1. Zaida and Iberia run into each other and decide to choose for the night. Chico attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Jacob pushes Boob off a cliff during a knife fight. Michael receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Cake Knights, Leia, Colt, Red Growth, and Winter track down and kill me.
Damn,
They all teamed up against me. They're like, we're tired. They're tired of me forcing the fight to death, so they all just decide to team up and kill me.
Dang.
Tom
Honestly,
starts.
Valid if you're making them fight, but dang.
Tom starts a fire, and Yellow Guy kills Hugh Jackman for his supplies.
Fuck Yellow Guy.
Red Island starts a fire. Styx receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Alex Brightman passes out from exhaustion. Harry thinks about winning. Axel attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Day 2.
Yeah, died.
Red Growth receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Chico thinks about home. Jacob makes a wooden spear. Iberia fishes. There's a lot of water, so a lot of places to fish from. Microwave defeats Alex Brightman in a fight but spares his life. Red Island thinks about home. Colt discovers a cave. Yellow Guy searches for firewood. Harry collects fruit from a tree. Zaida practices his archery. Axel makes a slingshot. Leia shoots an arrow into Cake Knight's head. Winter explores the arena. Styx hunts for other tributes. And Tom camouflages himself in the bushes.
I think Alex Brightman should kill either Microwave or Yellow Guy.
I think that Alex Brightman should kill everyone here and win. Anyways.
Honestly, fair, because Hugh Jackman died, and now I'm dead inside.
Anyways, Boob, me, Hugh Jackman, and Cake Knights all dead. Red Island goes to sleep. Axel sees fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Leia and Alex Brightman tell stories about themselves to each other. Microwave sees a fire but stays hidden. Jacob, Red Growth, Extor, and Winter sleep in shifts. Tom kills Yellow Guy for his supplies. Wait.
Yes, Tom. Thank you.
And Yellow Guy killed Hugh Jackman for his supplies, so I think those were actually Hugh Jackman's supplies.
Tom, thank you for killing Yellow Guy.
Harry cooks his food before putting his fire out. Colt dies trying to escape the arena. Chico tries to treat her infection. Styx questions his sanity. Iberia sets up camp for the night. Microwave severely injures Red Island and leaves her to die. Winter explores the arena. Axel is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Wait, so did Microwave just kill Red Island, or also Scotland, that English country, that other English country, and that part of the Dutch Empire? I don't know. Alex Brightman thinks about home. Iberia begs for six to. Well, none of these countries are real. Well, Ireland is real, but it looks nothing like this. And then all of the UK is united as the UK. All of that bigger island is united and also owns a small part of North Ireland, and then Ireland is just the island of Ireland minus the northern part because the UK owns that. Anyways, Iberia begs for Styx to kill her. He refuses keeping Iberia alive. Leia makes a wooden sphere. Chico scares Tom off. Jacob chases Zyda. Redgrowth falls into a pit and dies. That's Styx's job, not yours, Redgrowth. Harry makes a wooden sphere. Anyways, Yellow Guy, Colt, Red Island, and Redgrowth are dead.
Damn.
Chico starts a fire. Iberia, Tom, and Styx get into a fight. Styx triumphantly kills them both. Winter tracks down and kills Leia. That's the most unrealistic thing that has happened so far. Axel receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Harry quietly hums. Alex Brightman convinces Zyda to snuggle with him. I need to learn how to remove some of these things because they're weird and they keep on happening. How do you remove them?
My brother would never snuggle anyone.
And also, I like some of these. Like I want to remove like all the suicide ones and all of the like these two snuggle because they're weird, but I don't know how to. Yeah. Jacob cries himself to sleep. Microwave sees a fire but stays hidden. The feast. Chico overpowers Alex Brightman, killing him. But on the bright side, Winter kills Microwave as he tries to run. Styx destroys Axo's memories out of spite. Harry decides not to go to the feast. And Jacob severely injures Zyda, leaving him to die.
How dare you kill my brother, you butthole.
Styx searches for firewood. Harry sets the explosive off, killing Jacob. Winter sees him use the explosive from an unknown sponsor. Axo dies from an infection. Wait, I just realized everyone here is originals. Everyone here is from the original video. But anyways, Axo dies from an infection, and Chico searches for a water source. 8 cannon shots. All of these are dead. Who's left alive is the real question. Winter, Styx, Harry, and Chico. Winter has the most kills. Anyways, proceed. Winter catches Chico off guard, killing her. Harry cooks his food before putting his fire out, and Styx receives the explosive from an unknown sponsor. Okay. Styx searches for a water source. Winter tries to sleep through the entire day, and Harry travels to higher ground. Chico said, okay, this could be the last proceed. So who do you think is going to win out of Winter, Styx, and Harry?
I'm going to say Winter because they've been very violent this entire time.
I want Harry to win.
I want Harry to win, but I think that Winter might.
Styx kills Harry while he is sleeping, and Winter dies from hunger. Styx wins. Styx from District 4. Good job, Styx. Actually, I'm pretty sure Styx and Nero's District 4 is the one district that has not changed in any of these videos, and now it's going to have to change because Styx has won. Anyways. Yeah.
Dark Academia is out. Dark Academia is out.
Okay. Can I do the outro now? Okay. Wait. Wait, I need to see the kills. Okay, so Winter had the most. Styx had 3. 2 for all of Colt, Jacob, Leia, and Harry. and then one for all these people. Anyways,
Dang.
thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one where we have 2 new contestants. Good job to Styx and
Wait, I have a question for
what?
everyone.
What?
So, because this is Hunger Games, what way would you want to die? Like, if you had to die, which way would you want to go out?
I would want to get eaten by those the way I want to get eaten like that one Korea District 2 guy dies at the end of the first one, getting eaten by all those things, ripped apart, very painful.
Oh, I would rather fall off a cliff because then I get the thrill of falling for a second before it goes out very fast, and so it's very like less painful, and you get a thrill on top of that, I guess.
Anyways,
Answer in the comments down below.
anyways,
Because everyone does that.
next time we will have a nuclear bomb fall and kill everyone. Okay, I don't know.
Oh,
Good. It's 3 a.m. I'm tired.
it's almost midnight for me.
Anyways, goodbye.